Welcome to the Sunshiny Day podcast
from the British Council.
In a supermarket, I'm in a rush. So many people should be a little less kind of sus. Where's the toilet paper? It's tripping me out. What's this all about? I have no doubts. Going around from place to place like a crazy bee. You can't intimidate me with a poker face. I want to leave. I need some fresh air. Where's the exit? See you and take care.
It is not so complicated, please just pick one and leave. It's so simple, take the one you want, I can't believe. My question is why it seems like a sci-fi movie where I can't fly. I just want to cry, next to that guy who doesn't have Wi-Fi. It's easy, I'm busy. Why are these people so greasy? What is wrong? Come along. What? I'm sure I'm not in Hong Kong.
That was Toilet Roll Shopping by Duarte and Francisco, and I'm delighted to be coming at you live from the Lux Arena in the heart of Lisbon for the inaugural edition of the Portugal Hip Hop Championships. And our next contender stepping up to the mic.
Wait, Carl, wait. No, I've just heard breaking news. Wait, we have to go. Yes, no, I'm sorry, Carl, I know, but we have to go live now to Strasbourg, where our reporter on the scene, yes, I'm getting him through now. Wait, here we go.
This is Matt Cox reporting from the Strasbourg Court of Human Rights. Six Portuguese children, Mariana, Claudia, Catarina, Andrei, Martin and Sofia, are about to take on the giants of the European Union. These six children are from the tiny town of Leiria, which was part of the huge area of central Portugal which was devastated by forest fires in 2017. In these fires, 120 people sadly lost their lives, and these six children are suing the European Union, alleging that they failed to honour the climate change agreements of the Paris Accord, and have therefore put their lives, and indeed their very future, in danger. We are just in time to hear the judge's opening remarks.
Members of the jury, you are faced with a solemn responsibility. Your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant, the European Union, is guilty or not guilty of a failure to take action to reduce their emissions and thus prevent climate change which the prosecution alleges threatens the right to life of six children of a Portuguese region. You must reach your decision from deliberation based only on facts and evidence provided. Any questions?
Welcome back to the Lux Arena. I'm sorry for that little interruption. Welcome back to some real entertainment. And our next contender in the Portuguese Hip Hop Championship, stepping up to the mic, is Ana Catarina with Monday Morning.
I was once thrilled to wake up, now I fear going to bed, just by thinking that tomorrow I'll be swimming in dread, in the same old lake, wishing for just a break. Really, why am I still awake? Oh, of course, I feel stuck and unskilled, can waste the time be rebuilt. I'm exhausted and drained, pretty much haunted in pain, sitting on a stool. Should be cool, but it's cruel, gosh, school. Why make me feel like a fool?
Whoa! Yeah! Thank you, Ana Catarina. That was some sick beats. Now we're going to go to our next contender.
No, Carl. I'm hearing again. I'm hearing again. We've got there's more developments in the case in Strasbourg. We've got to go Yeah, it's a live case, Carl. It's a live case. We've got to go. I'm sorry.
Can I just ask you something? Would you interrupt Eminem?
Well, you're not Eminem though, are you, Carl? So get over yourself. We've got to go back to Strasbourg. We're live, and it's with our reporter again, Matt Cox. Here we go. Yes, we are back in the court at Strasbourg, and we're just in time, I think. Yes, we're just in time for opening statements from the prosecution and the defense.
Fear. Everything really began with fear. Of everything falling apart with a high whistle that we couldn't hear. But these children, they knew that with time the danger was coming near. What's happening is something I've never seen in my entire career, and you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, need to help us interfere. Make things right before the world collapses on its own atmosphere. Maybe not that, but you get what I say here. Anyhow, these children, Claudia, Martin, Sophia, Katerina, Mariana, and Andrea, decided out of bravery to take a stand when they saw what was happening inside of their land. These terrible, terrible fires that even with a very strong withstand took 120 souls. God may have them in peace. So I hope you all understand that what I speak is a matter that does not need discussion, it needs command. In anticipation of making Portugal, that beautiful country, became a plain grain of sand. I ask you therefore, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to advise the accused to take action. But be careful, what they say might be a well-made distraction. They're quite known for their active protraction.
May it please the court, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Maria Vega and I am an attorney from Missouri. I remember extremely vividly the entire family glued to the TV, anxiously witnessing the atrocities of the fires of 2017. I stand with the victims. To them I send my thoughts and prayers. I'm very sorry to hear about the plaintiff's loss, but this case has many, many layers. Folks, we are here today to stop a wrongful conviction. The plaintiff is a group of teens who are here to further their social media addiction. How deprived from attention are these adolescents? All this for 15 minutes of fame? I mean, where are your parents? There really is no need to start a revolution, even though the prosecution almost wants to change the constitution. Believe me when I say this, we're all on the same side, searching for that rare solution that will finally put end to air pollution. But I digress. Again, I ask you to have an open mind. This lawsuit will define the future for mankind.
Welcome back again to the Hip Hop Lux Arena. And before I was rather rudely interrupted, I was about to introduce our next sick beats from Andre and Francisco with their track entitled Streetlight Reflections. Here you go.
Looking around in the church in the night, grab the sheet to see what I can write. Feeling the street with something inside, looking at myself as a shadow that can fight in the darkness, like an arrow moving rapidly. I was sparkless, and so I was left by my family. There's no one there was the best. What a tragedy living under the insults. You guessed it's my reality.
I managed to overcome this complicated situation. They call me secret, and then I got some education. Now they're muted, and I created my reputation. They look at me, and I'm essence my generation. Finally, I found what I consider to be therapeutic. The sound, the love, the glitter when I hear music. This has just begun. I hope you had fun, but don't run. Guess here, I'm the only one who gets things done.
Amazing! Thank you so much, Andre and Francisco. There were some slick rhymes. Now I'm very proud to introduce an up-and-coming.
Sorry, Carl. You're going to have to introduce them later, because right now we're going live again back to Strasbourg. It's time for our first witness.
So can you introduce yourself and explain the importance of this case?
Good afternoon to all, and especially to Your Honor. My name is Anna, scientist for Planet Tomorrow. Throughout my life journey, I ain't seen nothing like this. Hope I can help with my statement and with everything. First and foremost, climate change, the biggest challenge today. Invisible some ways, now revealing the world's pain. Rising temperatures, droughts, heat waves, fires, effects that are connected so strongly like wires, which in 50 years will change what the world was prior, making the natural environment about to expire. Mediterranean ecosystems are prone to forest fires, which the unusual intense heat waves are required. Now more specifically, I'll go Portugal with beautiful cities, but not escaping the consequences of extreme conditions. In forthcoming decades, the expected further increase of drought and high temperature are joined with higher fire risks. The year of 2017 was particularly harsh in southern Europe with extensive and powerful wildfires. Portugal, Spain, southern France and Italy linked with abnormal droughts registered officially. Next up is how this wildfire affected this country. Generated an intense smoke plume that traveled long distances, concentrating all of it with tons of persistency. Those smokes are composed of hundreds of chemicals, many of which are known to affect humans and animals. This phenomenon can also cause human pathologies that are physical and mental, but there is a lack of studies. But the physical and mental health and heat waves appear to be specifically connected. This I have to admit. Make the necessary change in order to keep us alive. We need to fully understand the reason we may not survive. Reducing our emissions is a great point to start. After all, united countries work better as they do apart. Thank you.
Could you tell us your name and your position?
I'm Sophia and I'm a politician. I know what you're thinking, huge ambition. Well, I don't know if I understand. You're here to accuse the EU and I was thinking about your intentions, but they are so sad because there is nothing they can have. You little children don't know the reality. For you, life is a beautiful fantasy. If you're giving us proofs, I would appreciate, but you can only talk with a speech of hate. European Union is a noteworthy organization. We cannot be afraid of some kids who are blaming us for the chaos of their nation. Yeah, maybe you're not aware, but you should complain to your own country. 2 words, self-responsibility. This is a too delicate question. There can be no blame. Maybe look at your ministers. That's a shame. You furiously want us to reduce the emissions of pollutant gases. Then how would we do our daily basis? Maybe you're not aware of how damaging the lithium reserves are, and that madness about electricity sometimes so bizarre. In 2019, greenhouse gas emissions fell to lowest level in 3 decades. Can't you see? That's an upgrade. I realize you kids want to act faster. What you don't get is that I am the master. Polluting economy brings no good, but right now is what gives us food. Maybe it's not the right way, but for years it has been helping us day by day. We can't realize how dependent are we on that monster that you're worried about. It's our structure, no doubt. Show us answers, present us mind-blowing solutions, and we'll take into consideration your contributions. But for God's sake, the shift to sustainability is made progressively. What we don't need is you kids acting aggressively. You are the future, but the European Union is the present. Please go home, study, reflect, and also be more pleasant.
Welcome back to the Lux Arena, where I'm delighted to finally introduce a star on the rise, a real up-and-comer in the hip-hop game, Inej with Misconception.
Getting up at 7 a.m. every day, I feel lost like living on repeat, my life's fading away. I just have one question, what's with the great obsession? I can't cope with all the pressure, aren't you worried about depression? No, of course you're not, what fool of me to think that. You think I'm dramatic, that is nothing but a brat child. I feel so misunderstood, already missing my childhood, definitely not secure, but I promise to endure.
So, back here in Strasbourg, in the European Court of Human Rights, we've just had the second witness for the prosecution called to the stand. We've heard from the prosecution, and now it's time for the defense to cross-examine the witness. This is a real David versus Goliath moment. This is the might of the EU against these Portuguese kids here on the stand. Let's see what happens.
Do you understand how the economy will be affected by the reductions of oil and gasoline? Well, if you can answer such a simple question, maybe you shouldn't be here.
Maybe you shouldn't be here talking like I don't understand what I've just heard, nor respecting each other's positions. I may be a child, but I'm not like all of you politicians. The economy may resent itself, but we are talking about global health. Sorry, but for all the reasons we compiled or many risks we all may find, our house is on fire and you on the higher. But this affects all, my family and yours. Don't reject all of the damage you already caused. What happened that day, memory I just wanted to change, but I can't because unfortunately the world's insane. I'm scared for the future, seeing everything destroyed. More than a house, it was some people and families' home. My family's worried, my brother struggles, seeing the dark reality. The joy is gone, and with it there goes my sanity. Dreaming to one day feel that fresh air outside so happily. Dark and burned land is all that's left. That's really what you don't want to protect. There's humans' lives at stake, and you don't care about it. Our home starts to break, and no one cares about it. Please help the world get better. We're all in this together. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you on no other planet.
Why should we listen to a dumb little child?
Objection! Harassing witness.
Sustained. The defense will now call their second witness.
I'm Maria from Leiria, and I stand here without fear.
Aren't you here because of your thirst for attention?
No. Politicians are putting money first when the earth is about to burst. Our missions ain't no funny work. We're here for the better or the worst.
Why should we listen to a sad little girl?
The question should be, how can we stop this madness, sir? Our land is dying with no return, and I can stand to see it burn. For a future without sadness, I yearn.
What will you plan to achieve?
I want my children to be free. I want them to explore the trees. I just want them to feel the chilly breeze, just like I did when I was just a kid. Don't burn this blessing away from me. My hope is your power, and I'm on my knees. Please, don't destroy this dream. You might think we're weak, but you will see. You call me a little girl and ask why should we listen. But what about your children? I have a few questions. Do you want them to live in a land of smoke and flames? Turn your finger in another direction. Those men in suits are to blame. They hide behind policies, authorities, and bureaucracies. But what about reality? What about my village's tragedy? You can cash your lawyer's fees while my home is ash and family is on their knees. But I have a final question. Please. Your salary stretches exactly how far? Because in 40 years you'll need to buy a ticket to Mars.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We, the jury,
Find the accused, the European Union, guilty of a breach of contract.
And the failure to enact the protective policies of Paris Accord. And the human rights of Mariana, Claudia, Caterina, Andrei, Martin, and Sofia were ignored.
The European Union will therefore be forced to honor the policies of the Paris Accord.
And now our final act of the 2020 Hip Hop Championships in Portugal. Our final act is MC Manuel with Beyond the Atmosphere. Enjoy.
JJ.
Look, I can't help it, I've been trying to persevere, push me to the limit, legit, I'm a quit, I'm just trying to get you to admit that one day I'll kick it so hard I'll go beyond the atmosphere. If you say that I'm unfit and I'm not, might as well just time it with a spear. Every day I fight for a new me, that's about all I need to keep me going, looking for something to set me free, just trying to make it through the right means, and you know what that means. It means that no matter how much it hurts, refine yourself till it no longer burns. With all this recent dirt, some of these words are getting on my nerves. Doesn't matter though, I have to keep pushing, otherwise people will be looking confusing. Tears will start to arrive, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm lazy, but lately all I know is I gotta make it out of safety. Instead I keep dragging myself back to the nasty places, hoping that if I keep going I'll end up on someone's ways. Rather it's just me doing a race back to my own disgrace. There's no point in trying to erase or replace, keep up the chase, trust me sometime you find a place.
Whoa.
Yeah.